What if I told you that America's most beloved .22 rifle almost never existed? Hollywood's been lying to you for decades, and that Ruger has 10 dark secrets they hope you'll never discover. The Ruger 10/22, 7 million sold. You think you know this rifle? Think again. From forbidden military operations to million-dollar collector mistakes, this is the untold story Ruger doesn't want you to hear. Before we continue, hit like and subscribe to Hunt and Fire for more unknown facts about guns. Number 10. Factory Secrets. What Ruger doesn't want you to know. That horrible trigger pulling 6 to 9 pounds, that's not a feature. That's a lawyer trigger. Ruger knew it sucked from day one but kept shipping boat anchors because lawsuits scared them more than disappointed customers. It took until 2011 to release the BX trigger that should have been standard since 1964. But it gets worse. They've been secretly swapping parts for decades. Beautiful aluminum trigger housings from the 60s replaced with polymer without announcement. Magazine releases, barrel bands, internals, all changed on the down low while charging more money. That factory extractor? Basically a bent piece of metal that quits when dirty. $10 gets you an aftermarket one that actually works. Number 9. The Takedown model's hidden engineering genius. March 28, 2012. Ruger cracked the code that stumped them for 48 years. How do you make a 10/22 that breaks apart and still maintains 0 when reassembled? The answer was brilliant: cam-actuated barrel coupling. When you twist that lever, internal cams align the barrel precisely with the receiver every time. The tolerance is so tight that most Takedown models hold 0 after hundreds of separations. Here's what Ruger won't tell you. This system was almost scrapped 3 times during development. Engineers spent 2 years perfecting the cam geometry. The backpack case isn't just storage either. It protects the critical alignment surfaces that make the whole system work. Number 8. The $10,000 custom 10/22 builds that actually exist. So you think I'm joking. There are 10/22 builds costing more than cars. We're talking kid barrels, full quarts and everything, custom machine receivers and stocks taking longer to make than houses. The most extreme build I've documented? Competition 10/22 with a $1,200 barrel, $800 trigger system, $600 stock, and hand-lapped everything. Total cost? Just over $11,000 for a .22 rifle. Here's the insane part. Some shoot sub-MOA groups at 100 yards. That's precision rifle territory from a platform that started as a $54 plinker in 1964. Companies like Kid basically build complete rifles using 0 Ruger parts, except the serial number. Number 7. The Israeli military connection you never heard about. This is where things get dark. In the late 1980s, the Israeli Defense Forces took America's wholesome plinking rifle and turned it into a suppressed urban warfare weapon. These weren't your grandfather's 10/22s. Bull barrels, integral suppressors, precision scopes, and bipods. The IDF called it less lethal crowd control for riots in the West Bank and Gaza. The theory? Shoot people in the legs with .22s, nobody dies. The reality was horrifying. Those less lethal rifles killed several Palestinians, including children hit in the chest and stomach. The suppressors made them so quiet people couldn't tell where the shots came from. By 2001, after internal criticism, the IDF finally admitted these rifles were actually lethal and restricted their use. America's family-friendly .22 had become a tool of urban warfare. Before we continue, hit like and subscribe. It helps us beat the YouTube algorithm. Number 6. Bill Ruger's personal grudge against high-capacity magazines. March 30th, 1989. Bill Ruger writes Congress a letter that would haunt gun owners for decades. No honest man needs more than 10 rounds in any gun. The founder of Ruger, selling out gun owners on national TV. This wasn't about safety, this was personal politics. Bill was terrified of regulation killing his business, so he threw gun owners under the bus. The results? No factory 10/22 magazines over 10 rounds for over 2 decades. The aftermarket was making money hand over fist, selling 25 and 50 round magazines. Customers wanted them. The rifle could handle them. But Bill said no. Gun owners boycotted Ruger. Forums exploded, but Bill doubled down. The man died in 2002. By 2011, magically, the BX-25 magazine appeared. Coincidence? Bill's personal politics held back the 10/22 for decades. Number 5. The Rotary Magazine Patent War. That little rotary magazine nearly destroyed Ruger before the 10/22 ever hit the market. The patent battle over the rotating feeding system was vicious, expensive, and almost killed the entire project. Ruger's engineers had to design around multiple competing patents while still making something that actually worked. The final design went through 17 iterations before they found something legally defensible. Here's the secret. That revolutionary rotary magazine almost never happened. Original 10/22 prototypes used straight stack magazines, just like everything else. Only when those kept jamming with rimmed cartridges, did engineers reluctantly switch to the rotary system. The irony? That magazine system that nearly killed the project became the 10/22's most distinctive and reliable feature. Number 4. Why Hollywood keeps getting it wrong. Every movie and TV show featuring a 10/22 gets it spectacularly wrong, and it drives me crazy. The sound, function, capabilities. Hollywood has no clue. First, the sound. Hollywood gives 10/22s this loud crack like a centerfire rifle. In reality, 22 long rifles sound like a loud clap, not an explosion. Then there's the sniper rifle myth. Movies show 10/22s taking out targets at 500 yards like it's a .308. Reality check, 22 LR drops like a rock past 150 yards and won't reliably penetrate much beyond cardboard. My favorite mistake, the magical, never-ending magazine. I've watched characters fire 40-plus rounds from a 10-round magazine without reloading. The 10/22 doesn't even lock open on empty. The worst part? The misinformation spreads. New gun owners expect their 10/22 to perform like the movies, then get disappointed by reality. Number 3. The $1 million mistake. Discontinued models worth a fortune. Ruger has made spectacularly bad decisions, and collectors are getting rich off their mistakes. The 10/22 Magnum, produced from 1998 to 2006, chambered in 22 WMR for more power. The bolts kept cracking because they used tungsten alloy that was too brittle. Extractors failed, receivers cracked. It was a disaster. Ruger's solution? Add another extractor. Then, when that didn't work, they quietly discontinued the entire line. Now, those broken rifles sell for $800 to $1,200 to collectors. The 1017 HMR is even weirder. Listed in 2004 for the new 17 HMR cartridge, stayed in catalogs for 2 years but barely showed up in stores. Why? Well, because 17 HMR occasionally blows up semi-auto guns. Ruger quietly backed away. The International, with its man-liquor stock, gone forever. The SR-22 rifle that tried to be tactical, dead by 2016. Each failure creates instant collector value. The rifles Ruger wants to forget are making collectors rich. Number 2. The forbidden full auto conversion controversy. The 10/22's simple blowback design made it ridiculously easy to convert to full auto. and that nearly destroyed the entire platform. In the 1980s, aftermarket companies started selling auto sears and drop-in conversion parts. Technically legal for pre-1986 registered weapons, but the line between legal modification and federal felony was razor thin. The ATF crackdown was swift and brutal. They raided manufacturers, seized inventory, and made examples out of anyone pushing boundaries. The infamous auto sear became one of the most feared terms in the gun community. Ruger found themselves in an impossible position. Their rifle's simple design made illegal conversion easy, but they couldn't redesign 20 years of production without admitting the problem. Instead, they quietly changed internal dimensions on new rifles. The controversy still haunts the platform today. The ATF watches 10/22 modifications like hawks. Number 1. The secret government contract that almost killed it. Here's the big one. The story Ruger has never officially confirmed, but insiders whisper about. In 1963, before the 10/22 hit civilian markets, the U.S. military was quietly testing it for a classified contract. The military wanted a suppressed .22 rifle for special applications. The 10/22's reliability and simple design made it perfect for covert operations where noise discipline was critical. Early prototypes included integral suppressors and specialized ammunition. But the military contract would have required design changes that would have made the civilian version completely different. Different trigger group, different magazine system, different everything. Bill Ruger faced a choice: take guaranteed military money and abandon civilian sales, or bet everything on the consumer markets. He chose civilians, walking away from millions in government contracts. That decision saved the 10/22 as we know it. If Ruger had taken the military contract, we might have had a completely different rifle, one designed for war instead of fun. The military found other solutions, but that early contract shaped the entire development of America's favorite .22. So there you have it, 10 secrets Ruger hoped you'd never discover. Despite all the controversies, engineering mistakes, and dark history, this little .22 still became America's favorite rifle. What is your biggest 10/22 secret? Drop it in the comments. If this blew your mind, smash like and subscribe for more gun secrets they don't want you to know. Every legend has skeletons. We just found 10 of them.